I mean, I played in bands forever. So,
bands as in musical?
Music.
Like, yeah.
And my mom was the photographer, and my dad was the problem solver.
Hey,
So I think I got a good combo of that, because filmmaking is creative problem solving. I mean, it don't matter how much you got planned, you're always going to have to fix something or figure something out.
Yeah. Well, business is all problem solving too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I enjoy that about it, honestly. Like it's exciting for me. So I played music for a while, like through high school, and then kind of got sick of the band thing, like just being, I was always the dude like doing all the stuff, and I was the drummer, like, and that, like, typical. So I started, kind of doing live video stuff as a way to still be in the music scene, but not really have to deal with the band crap.
Yeah.
And then just grew into narrative, and I've always enjoyed, photography and video and stuff, and it just kind of naturally grew, I think, over the last 20 years or so. So,
cool.
So yeah, I mean, that's kind of how it was an evolution,
Yeah.
It wasn't like I didn't go to school for it. I didn't go to school for anything, and I just started doing it. I debated on going to film school, and I decided to spend half the amount to get some equipment, get my hands dirty. And I'm glad I've never been a school person.
A lot of the biggest producers and directors never went to school either.
There's a lot to learn there.
Yeah.
There's a lot to learn. But I learned best by doing. And so I'm pretty, disciplined when it comes to that. Like, you can ask her. I mean, even to this day, like, if there's something I want to know more about that, with regards to like what we do, say it's equipment. I mean, I was wrapping gear with him earlier when I got here, and like I settle in and learn about it, So it's something I enjoy learning about. I don't need a bitter instructor to.
Well, we have access to so much information today. You can go online,
especially nowadays. Exactly. Yeah.
You can learn anything online.
But yeah, that's essentially how I kind of got into it.
So is that how you met her?
Yeah, indirectly. Yeah, actually, I had a studio. Should I tell this story on a podcast?
Yeah, we want to hear it. Hey, wait,
God,
this is
one of
like
those
a
bad movie.
Yeah, well, like there's like 4 options. Remember the other option? This is the one.
This is the other.
Yes, we want to.
No,
hear
I had
other.
So I was It was I had released my feature a few years ago, and we did all like the horror convention thing, and we were all over the country and stuff, and that was awesome. Toured around with that. Met some awesome people, got really drunk a lot, and
good times.
I kind of it was awesome, but it gets tiring like 6 months of that, and you're like, dude, how do the Rolling Stones, how are they still alive? How are the Rolling Stones still alive? You know what I mean? It takes some sort of like special genetic makeup to be able to tour for years. Yeah. And so I just kind of, me and my dog Pook, we just cruised around, camped a lot, and I was like, all right, I think I want to get back to Wilmington or open a little studio up for my stuff. And so I'd been all up and down the East Coast, and actually I'm from Wilmington, right? And this property I found online that was available for rent, and I show up, and it's like the second unit to like a building that like she's showing me.
Oh, okay.
And so she was literally the girl next door. And
the way I like to tell it is I met him basically through Craigslist.
Yeah. That was a Craigslist.
It's the best Craigslist
and it was the
find
landlord's
I've
daughter.
had to
So
date. Yeah, it's my dad's building.
So I mean, just as as volatile of a situation I could. No, I'm just kidding. Her dad's awesome. But yeah. So we didn't. I mean, we just met and kind of became friends, and
hit it off. Cool.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy how things work out though?
Yeah, it's weird. It's bizarre. Like, because I don't have that studio anymore, and I'm glad. Like, it just became like the shift in the market, like especially in Wilmington, like from a production standpoint, there's a few things now. Well, not now, but it's coming back.
Right. Yeah.
But like it kind of dipped down a lot with the tax incentive. There was a delayed
a whole lot. Yeah.
effect for me as an independent person. Like I don't work with the union shows. I have friends that do. They were affected quicker because they have to go where the work is. Like, so a lot of them moved to South Carolina, Georgia, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I stuck around. I did commercial work. I had gigs and stuff. And so it was weird. Like, it hit me a couple years later.
Wow.
Right. And just after being gone for a year or so and, you know, trying to rebuild that client base and just Wilmington in general is really weird. Like, the market's really weird. There's a lot more going on in Charlotte.
Since I've worked with you over the past like 3 years or so, we haven't done a lot of projects in Wilmington. Anything we've done in Wilmington, I think, has been
Like, come to us.
Yeah,
Okay.
our sort of thing.
Yeah.
We've been all up and down the East Coast and then out to Santa Fe
Yeah.
a couple years ago, which was a lot of fun for a commercial shoot.
Yeah,
And
we
then,
turned it into a road trip, so we just like camped all the way across the country.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
Yeah, now we're in Charlotte. Like before the quarantine hit, we were in Charlotte like every
weekend.
Well, I
Yeah.
thought you guys were in Charlotte anyway. I didn't realize you were out of Wilmington until
We're
I
looking
met
to
you.
relocate, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I met you in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking to relocate. I mean, we love Wilmington because both our families are there.
Yeah.
Like both our like parents and everybody lives there, and nieces and nephews and everything. So, you know, it's, you know, I like to go be Funkle Joe, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
and but like from a business standpoint, like we're probably going to relocate like somewhere a little closer to Charlotte,
Yeah.
just because we've got a lot of friends up here too, and like business relationships. And
Yeah.
like personally, I grew up going to the beach and the heat and the humidity. I hate it. Like I
Yeah.
want to be in the mountains, dude.
I love the mountain. Yeah.